In this video, I'll be showing you how to navigate the Campaigns page within the Marketing panel. The Campaigns page is the main hub where you will find all currently made campaigns that you've created for your websites and funnels. As you can see down here, we can see all the current campaigns that we have created. If you've not created a campaign before, this will be blank. If you wish to create a campaign, simply press this Add Campaign button, give it a name, and press Save. Here we are now within the campaign. We have one of two options. We can configure it with the configuration button, or we can add an event. The configuration button allows us to add our name and our email, which will be attached in every single campaign event we add. I'm going to add my name and my email. Click. And now this will configure every event we add in our email. Now we can add an event here. We can add an email campaign. We can give it a name and a subject. If you have certain formatting or text that you would like to be reused every single event, you can save it as a template and then pick the template so that every time that you recreate an event, you can use the template without having to type it all out again. So in this text box, I'm going to now type. Here we have some formatting options at the top and here. For example, if I wanted to highlight my as bold and maybe italicize it, we now have welcome to my first event, but my is italicized and made bold. Additionally, you can also send this email as a test by entering an email here that it's going from and an email here to it's going towards. Now, as you can see here, we have email 1, welcome to my first event. At the bottom right here, we have a few options. We can either have a send after option, so that we can send after a certain amount of minutes when a trigger has happened, for example, maybe 5 minutes after a trigger has happened. And as you can see at the top here, it will change this icon relative to whether or not you have selected a certain amount of minutes, or hours, or days. Let's say 5 hours, and it now says 5 hours. Additionally, we also have two other options, before and immediately. For example, if there was a trigger, this email would now send immediately after triggering. And we can also have before. I'm going to add a second event. I'm going to make it an email, and I'm going to enter some text. And now I'm going to save. And I want this event to trigger after 2 days. So I'm going to go to days, and I'm going to pick 2. So now we have 2 events here within our campaign. And if we go back, so as you can see, we now have sample campaign, and the number of events is 2. If you wish, you can edit this from this button here by simply clicking on it, and you can also copy or duplicate this campaign if you wish to make another version of it. Now that we have a campaign, we can go to the Builder panel, and I'll show you how to use your campaign so that you can set up triggers. When on the Sites and Store Builder panel, and we go to Build a Funnel, we will now be greeted with all of the funnels we have made in the past. Let's say, for example, we are editing funnel sample. This is one that we've edited in the past. If we now go to triggers, we can add a trigger here. Here we can choose which event will trigger the automation. If we press this, we have 2, purchase made and form submit. If on your site there is a chance for the user to make a purchase or to submit a form, then you can choose between one of these. I'm going to choose form submit. Now we have form submit on multiple different pages. So I'm going to choose the form submit on the home page. Now here we choose the action, and this action is going to be add to campaign. Now we're going to select our campaign. Our campaign is called sample campaign. And now every single time that a form submission happens on the home page, the sample campaign will be triggered. If you wish to, we can add more actions. We can add another campaign, and etc. Here now we can save the trigger. If we go to triggers, as you can see, we now have one trigger for our funnel sample. And if you wish to delete it, you can press the delete trigger button here. And that's the end of this video on how to navigate the campaign page within the marketing panel.